Well, welcome. Thanks for coming. State of the lab address. So the state of the lab is good. By the turnout, I think it might be good and hungry, but no, really, the lab is in good shape. So I thought I'd just kind of review some things that has happened over the year. It's been an interesting year, to say the least. I don't think it's any different than any other year. There were challenges we knew going into this year, and I think we pretty much met them. There were some things that came up that were unexpected. They certainly allowed us to learn a few things, but all in all, I think we got through the year fairly well. The big thing, of course, was CMI. CMI a year ago was just about ready to launch, getting things in place. Over the course of the year, we've remodeled, renovated over 6,000 square feet for offices, for administrative offices, and more importantly for the lab spaces. Especially up here on third floor, we renovated at least 6 labs, a couple more labs down in the basement of Spedding Hall. We improved facilities for not just CMI. We created facilities for CMI, but we improved facilities for our BES programs too. CMI has been able to bring in over $6 million worth of new equipment, new capabilities that will serve them very well, but it also enhances our ability to attract other funding, enhance our basic energy sciences programs. Some of those items are unique, first of the kind. The laser engineered net shape, thank you, lens system is the first of a bulk combinatoric 3D printer for metal alloys, and in particular rare earth alloys that was specially designed to handle the rare earth alloys. We've had X-ray and thin film sputtering machines, magnetometers, and a whole new suite of synthesis capabilities that have been put into place. We're awaiting a combinatorial screening for catalyst work. These are all wonderful pieces of equipment. They position ourselves not only for CMI, but for growth in the BES programs. A lot of people did a lot of work getting CMI up and running. 17 partners, each with their own subcontracts, non-disclosure agreements, IP management statements, and conflict of interest plans, and 17 attorneys. And Deb Covey particularly, and Stacy particularly, Joyner particularly had fun with that. Lots of round and round. It takes time, always a lot longer than you expect. But most of that's done, I believe. And the CMI has gotten off to a great start. They had an annual review at the end of April, and they did very well. There are 10 invention disclosures in 10 months, which has really wowed DOE. They couldn't have asked for anything more. As a result of CMI, the laboratory will be hosting the 4th Trilateral Critical Materials meeting next September. This is a big meeting. It's European Union, Japan, and the United States. I can see the poster. I can't see the images, but at the bottom I can see it. We'd have Tokyo, Brussels, Washington, D.C., and Ames. It'd be very nice. So, no, it's really a big deal, and we're very excited to be hosting that. And that will be in September. So, not bad. I think if we just had that, we'd say we had a pretty good year, but that's just the beginning. We also have the DMP. I talked about that a year ago. This is the state-of-the-art NMR machine. That is the first installation in the United States, and we used to look very closely at the atomic structure of inorganic materials. It's been ordered. We expect delivery next month. room's not quite ready, but we're getting there. And it's really created a buzz not just here, but across the world, because it is the first of a kind. It's attracting a lot of interest. A lot of postdocs are showing interest of coming here to work on it. And we really have an opportunity to plant a flag, if you will. So good work there. 2 for 2. Not too bad. The third big thing is our sensitive instrument facilities. Last year we received the final installment of funds. We've taken our architect drawings, converted them to construction drawings. We've done some pre-screening, settled on actually 5 bidders that actually submitted bids, and they came in under our budget estimates, and they came in with construction times less than we expected. Currently, it looks like we will be about 12 months, or actually less than 12 months. We may have a building to grand opening in March, maybe April. February. That's optimistic. Okay. It is optimistic. Yeah, why not? We're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony June 6th. Harriet Kahn, Director of Basic Energy Sciences, will be here visiting the lab, participating, and she will spend some time at the laboratory. We are in the middle of arranging for Ride transportation. We'll have a soft shutdown that morning so staff can come out to the site. The site is located at the Applied Science Complex, and we'll have a short ceremony out there, and then Harriet will come back. She'll be touring the labs. It's good timing, spring cleaning. Really want to show her our facilities, so take time, get prepared. It's June 6th, Friday. Ceremony is at 9:30, so we'll probably have the Ride buses available 8:45 or something like that. So looking forward to that. So 3 for 3. I guess if you're a baseball fan, we're almost hitting for the cycle. So what's our home run? I think our home run are you guys, because in the end, we've been able to do this, all these new things, this growth, while still being able to do our core science and everyday business. And that's just fantastic, because the extra work, the extra round and round with attorneys, all takes time out of the day. And as far as I can tell, we have not had any reduction in production, reduction in our science. Still about 250 publications are slated for this year. In fact, of those, 17% will be in high impact journals, something we do strive for, something the DOE likes us to do is publish in high impact journals, and that's an increase over previous year. So we're staying productive, and that's good. Our science is still quite excellent. 18 awards, I guess you saw those at the beginning, 18 awards. Again, recognizing our people and their expertise. In addition, we've done some cost-saving measures. We've finished the Spedding hood stack project, and we expect to save $50,000, maybe $75,000 a year in utility costs. We've been able to, through some very fine negotiation skills in the procurement, been able to save over $500,000 in purchasing some of these items, the equipment items for CMI. Sometimes the savings have been $500,000 on some of the larger items. So that's really allowing us to stretch our dollars, and that's been fantastic. We've had some curveballs thrown our way, which I'm trying to actively repress these memories, but there was a lapse of funding. Fortunately, that didn't go into extra innings, but it was a long enough 16-day period. We learned a lot. Thank you, Diane, and her staff for kind of sorting through all the little things that we just didn't have had worked through before, because it was the first time we really had a potential to be shut down. So fortunately, we didn't have to go that route. So not a bad year in review. We've done quite a bit. So what are our new opportunities? We have 2 Energy Frontier Research Center proposals outstanding. We hope to hear about those within the next month or so. One is on the catalysis of inexpensive fuels with the natural gas abundance these days. The idea here is to try to take natural gas and make more complex hydrocarbons, liquid fuels that we're used to dealing with in our economy. And the other one deals with developing new caloric materials. These are materials that absorb and release heat when they are either magnetized or subject to some other field, like an electric field. So we're hopeful. We're hopeful of landing one or both of those. They're about $4 million efforts, again, multidiscipline, multi-institutional, and those would be great to have one or the other, or both. The other thing that the lab has been working on is in the area of advanced manufacturing, and we're launching next week, I guess, officially, the powder to parts. It's a combination of our expertise and ability to prepare reactive powder metal. This would be aluminum, magnesium, and titanium in forms that allow for parts to be made that have strengths that rival the conventional way we make parts. Titanium, especially in aerospace applications, you basically cast, forge an ingot, and you cut away 90% of it to get to that final part. With this technology and the ability to process these powders, we can cut that down to basically 10% loss instead of 90% loss. So there's some real economic savings. The advantage here in our processes is we produce powder that can be used in 3D printers or the lens system, additive manufacturing. Commercial powders that are available now, they don't flow. Somebody had an idea last week of a great way to demonstrate that. You're all familiar with an egg timer, right? You flip it over, 3 minutes, egg is done, but the sand has to flow through the little narrow portion of the timer. If you take commercial powder, titanium powder, it's angular, it's blocky, just doesn't flow. The powder we make is nice and spherical and flows very easily, and that's important when you're trying to lay down in a controlled way this additive manufacturing, which is basically powder particle at a time. You lay it down, you weld it to what's already there with a laser or some other heat source, and you build up a part. So I think there's some wonderful opportunities that are in the mix. We launch it next week at the World Congress for Powder Metallurgy. Ivor and his group will be down there. They have a booth, and they will be drumming up support. So we're excited about that. So I think in the end, if I summarize, what is the state of the lab? I think we're ready. I think we're ready to continue our excellence in science. I think we're ready to grow and to continue to expand. And I think that we're ready for our new director, which is another great achievement that I particularly like. We're ready for Adam to come in. He has the tools, he has the dedication and the motivation of staff to continue to allow the Ames Lab to excel at what we do and to grow and expand. So with that, I'm not going to hold you much longer because I know you're hungry and there's lunch on the way. Before I stop, though, there is a welcome card for Adam. He'll be down at in the garage where lunch will be served. And please take a moment and give him your good wishes for success here at the lab. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions. You got to ask questions because Melinda tells me that the food's not going to be ready for at least 10 more minutes. Okay.
There we go.
We have one.
So, tell us a little bit about how do you think your experience has been this last year?
It's been amazing. It really has. Day one, I was sitting at Oak Ridge and around a dinner table with the Secretary of Energy. I don't think that's on my bucket list, but I could check it off. Wow, dinner with the cabinet member. You know, the challenges at times were tested me, provided an opportunity for personal growth. Some of the successes were fun to enjoy, and so yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoy not going forward. I'm looking at Alex. He's got his ex-director smile. There's an ex-director smile. In meeting with the NLDC, you knew who were, there's been a number of lab directors that have stepped down, and you could tell them because they'd be the ones with the smiles on their face. It's a very good feeling. Yeah.
I think we all owe you a little bit of thanks here. So.
Well, thank you.
I'm loud altogether. Do we have a potential timeline for backfilling some of our interim positions that currently exist, like division director or deputy director, that kind of thing?
Did everybody hear that?
Yes, there is a timeline. Obviously, we want to kind of get those positions back into, there's discussions going on, and there is a timeline. That's about as much as I want to say at this point. Thank you, Trevor.
We'd like to see some other happy ex-directors.
If not, walk slowly. Yes,
Oh,
Bill.
hold on.
Tom Barton told me at one point that the only downside of being ex-director was he lost his parking space. Is there a comment?
It does weigh heavy. It does weigh heavy. Seriously, it's been convenient to have a dedicated parking space. So, yeah, he is absolutely correct. Alex, can you not concur with that? See what happens when you lose your space. Yeah. Oh, plug for Bike to Work Day. That's tomorrow, right? Bike to Work today? Bike to Work Day.
So do you want to talk a little bit about our major initiatives for the next year? Or you want to wait till Adam gets here?
Well, our basic three initiatives are the same that we've outlined over the past year. We have three initiatives that we invest resources in. One is materials. It's mad science. Tell me what the acronym. Materials discovery,
design, and development.
Thank you. Mad science. Our acronym generator. And that covers computational, experimental, characterization, synthesis, and we continue to strive to look for creating maybe opportunities to do research in areas such as volatile materials, reactive materials, where traditionally they're just real challenging materials to work with. And so lithium-based. One of the new discoveries coming out of Canfield's group is a lithium-iron new magnet, and the lithium combination in the structure that exists makes the iron behave like it's a rare earth, which is really intriguing. So we're continuing to discover new materials, doing the computational and characterization work to understand how those materials manifest the properties they do, and using that to predict, hopefully predict other materials that would show similar or improved functionality. So that's the one that we continue to, not the one of the initiatives we continue to work on. A second initiative has to do with catalysis, and we continue to work toward building that effort up. Again, the equipment that's being purchased for CMI goes a long way to building a capability and new research opportunities. The final one is Primrose.
Don't try.
I'm not going to try. It's the NMR, solid state NMR initiative, and we stand a really good chance of establishing Ames as a place with the acquisition of the DMP NMR. It will be a unique instrument. It will establish Ames as a recognized leader in the field. We will be at the forefront. Installed in June, knowing the people involved, the first paper will be out in August, which further cements. Okay, you're giving me a smug look, but no, I'm confident. It's a really fantastic instrument. It will yield great science, and it will do so quickly. So it will put Ames on the map in that community, and that's a good thing. So those are our three initiatives. Adam will have others. I'm not going to speak for him. So I think we're poised for growth. Anything else? They're hungry. Okay.
That's it.
Sounds good.